last week we talked about the trends in the market and what was happening in the high-end marketplace. Let's talk this week about foreclosures, Lesslie.
Oh, I think that's great. First of all, Michelle, why don't you share a little bit with us, when you have a buyer who's looking at a foreclosure property, what does that buyer have to do? I mean,
that buyer needs to be ready to go. He needs to be pre-approved, he needs to have his cash in order, he needs to have all of his ducks in a row, because what's happening is those properties are flying off the market and they are not available. I mean, within hours they are gone. So even if they're not sure, it's best to make that offer and see where they stand, and then they can always back out later, but they need to be ready to go.
And I think this brings up a really important point. Is the reason that they are not on the market long is investors are in the marketplace.
Yes.
And right now, cash is king. The investors who have a lot of cash or a big down payment are going to be getting the properties. So that's why our buyers have to move right away. One other thing, what are you thinking of finding about inventory right now?
Inventory is down. I mean, it's very surprising. There's not much out there. Even the foreclosure inventory is down. Lesslie, I know you ran some of those numbers, and what were some of the numbers that you had run across?
Actually, I was so surprised to find out just 4% of our entire inventory is foreclosure right now. That translates to about 334 listings. So foreclosure listings are way, way down. And what we hear is that next year, particularly in the first quarter of the year, that we should have a lot more foreclosures hitting the market. Now, some people have asked, is that going to bring prices down? Most people think not, because just like probably other agents, we have lots of buyers. So it's assumed that that new inventory will be just absorbed by buyers.
And again, with the interest rates being good and that first-time tax credit to be available, it is a great time for people to be out there buying those properties.
It's a great time for people to buy, and we'll ask you all, if you're thinking of buying, call the Giacobbi Group. We can help.